Taurus. Whoa, Taurus. Do I have some messages for you, my loves? You know the drill, babies. If you've been here before, take what resonates and leave the rest on the table. Don't make things fit, guys. Only what is showing up and presenting in your current situation, okay? Wow. During the pre-shuffle, my pre-shuffling ritual, oracle cards came out, all right? So I know that they're part of the message. It's like, man, I know Taurus has had some really impactful the last few collective readings that I've done for Taurus, like really surrounding wealth coming in for you. And there's just been an overwhelming response from the Taurus Collective. And I'm so grateful that you're all a part of the community. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, first and foremost, right? Um, Spirit wants you to know. I've got this card right here coming out. Sever vows of poverty. A lot of you that haven't yet received this wealth, right? It's in your timeline. It's on its way, right? A lot of you are on the path doing this depth work, doing the soul work. You may identify as one that is healing from generational trauma, or you're doing this work where you are working on reprogramming your mindset, like healing money wounds. Do you know what I mean? And I'm talking like this can be, any kind of emotional poverty, spiritual poverty. It's all connected. Lack, scarcity. Like it's always a struggle, that kind of a thing. A lot of you that are doing this work, it's not just for your family. Like the work that you're doing to resolve this for yourself, it impacts every one of your family members, both, the close family members as well as extended. It's affecting generations to come. Okay, this is really, really important work, and I know that it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? You're also basically clearing ancestral karma regarding this. Okay, and this is when this card is showing up. This is like your ancestors coming forth. It's time for you to sever vows of poverty. Okay, what I want to invite everybody. This is something Spirit wants me to talk about. I'd like to invite everybody to consider how you speak, the words that you speak out loud, the words that you speak to yourself internally. If you're using verbiage, okay, if you're using verbiage like, well, I'm waiting for this wealth and it still hasn't showed up, or, I'm broke, I'm still broke, and I'm still doing this and that. Like those types of words are negative affirmations. They are producing negative manifestations. So when you keep speaking like that and you believe it and you're feeling that, your emotions, because remember, guys, energy is our thoughts, okay, our feelings and our emotions, and it is certainly what we are speaking. And what we are speaking, not just externally, but what we're speaking to our inner speak. And it's also about people that are in our lives speaking that way as well. That's how you acquire, that generational trauma, right? There's something to do with money wounds that you are working on. And so I'm going to read this card. You're on the right path, okay? I'm going to read this card. It says, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. I want to also state we are in an eclipse season. This is a very, very powerful portal. The eclipse season began on August 23rd, and it's going to end on October 21st. So we have a full moon total lunar eclipse happening on September 7th, the Pisces full moon. This is a perfect, if these things are bubbling up to the surface, these types of issues, these thoughts, feelings, this is meant for you to do that work. This is meant for you to reflect and contemplate and churn this around. This is meant for you to release these types of things with that full moon. Full moons are designed for us to release anything and everything that does not have our best, most empowered interest at heart. And that includes what we do to ourselves. That includes what we have inherited. And everything that we're doing in this life impacts, they say, at least 7 generations ahead. So this work that you're doing matters. This work is important, okay? So don't, I know that it's frustrating. I know that it can be frustrating at times, but you know what? You're going to do it. You're powerful. You're strong. This is in your destiny. Okay. So Spirit also has a little bit of guidance for you. Okay. This is good. If you're not already doing this, savings. Spirit's like, I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $1 a week or $1 a month, whatever you have. Okay, I'm going to read this as well. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So take that as it resonates. Again, these are timeless readings. This is a general reading. So if it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. Do you know what I mean? And that goes for any of my readings, you know? So with that being said, we'll dive into this a lot deeper with tarot, my loves. So it's crazy because, first of all, wait a minute. I am infusing this reading with quantum frequencies of channeled crystals. This is tapping into the quantum field. These crystals are specifically channeled for the messages and guidance that are coming through right here and right now. You are benefiting from these crystals when you're watching this reading, okay? Now, if you recognize any of these crystals that I'm about to name off, it could be confirmation, right? Or if you feel pulled, if you feel called to investigate and maybe go and get one or more of these crystals, it's like honor your soul. You know what I mean? Jade is running. I've got jade right here. I inherited this from my aunt, my godmother. Jade is something to bring peace and simplicity to your heart. It's also something that attracts prosperity, okay, and wealth. Peridot. Peridot is a crystal and a stone of new beginnings. You are on a new path, okay? Brazilian amethyst is also running. Spectralite is running. This is where it gets really interesting. Green jasper is running, okay? And now this is something that is really tapping into the divine feminine energy within you. Now, hold up, everybody. I want to explain for those that don't understand this, okay? Because this can be a new concept for people, and I want to educate, okay? We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, okay? The feminine is the one that creates. Okay, the feminine is the one that creates, that attracts, that receives. Okay, so if there's any kind of feminine wounding, you know what I mean, or even masculine wounding, all right, for those of you, you know what I'm saying? So the wild feminine is being like tapped in, your wild feminine, okay? Think about the second chakra. The second chakra. See this little orange crystal right here? The second chakra is represented by that. That's our sacral chakra. That is how we manifest. That is how we co-create. That is how we give life and birth human beings as women when we show up physically in the female body. This is how our relationship with money and how we make and earn and grow and circulate and invest money, okay? This is tapping in. It's also our sexual health, our relationship with sex. You know, sexual health freaking matters, and how you show up in relationships with other people, not just intimate, physically intimate, but also relationships, people that are close around you. If you have a block, if you have healing to do or transforming to do in any of those areas within the sacral chakra, you will have a block to your money. And that block must be cleared and freed for you to free up the flow, okay? So this is also tapping you into your sensuality and your sexuality, a healthy sensuality and sexuality. So I wanted to explain that because this next card that's coming up, a lot of you, and again, take what resonates, a lot of you are really going into this healing phase. You're interested, you're opening up to your sexuality and your sensuality. Maybe there have been issues that you've had to heal from, right? And this is a message from Spirit that it is okay for you to explore. It is okay for you, to be open about your sexuality. It is okay. Like, there's nothing dirty about it. It's a part of human nature. Do you know what I mean? So again, take what resonates with that, okay, guys? I mean, it kind of sounds like a lot of fun if I do say so myself. Anyway, lots of messages, oracle messages for you guys, right? Let's go ahead and dive into the tarot and get deeper into this and find out what's actually unfolding based upon these things, okay? You guys, if there's anything that resonates in this, please, please, please drop it in the comments. Let me know. I read every single message and I respond to every single message. And if I haven't, it's because I've freaking missed it because there's so many of you, but I do my best, okay? Thanks in advance for the likes, the follows, and the subscribes. It means the absolute world to me. And if you feel like somebody would benefit from this message or others, please feel free to share. If you want me to do a private reading so I can actually tap into your specific situation, your energy, book a reading with me. The booking link in YouTube is over in the pinned comments. And for TikTok, it's up in my profile in the bio. So I have price points available for everybody. Okay, guys? If this is good enough for you, then that's good enough for me too. Whatever resonates for you. Okay, loves? All right, Spirit, give me the deets and the juice. What's unfolding for Taurus over the next few weeks? 3, 2. All right, yeah. Page of Wands. You're showing up as the Page of Wands, Taurus. I freaking love this. This is like a new start, a new potential. This is fire energy backed by spirit. This is you learning, learning. Like, this is actually giving me that whole, like, hey, I'm exploring my sexuality. It's like when you free that block, you're going to free up your money block too. This is also about trusting the ideas and the downloads and insights that you're getting from Great Spirit and your angels and guides, and like learning how to actually manifest that and make it tangible, bringing it to like some type of a product or an offering or a service. You don't have to just be self-employed to do that. This could be something in your actual profession or your career. It could be a side gig. So I'm really loving that. Oh my God, Star card energy, Aquarius energy. Wow, Empress energy showing up. This is the epitome of the divine feminine. This is abundance in all of its forms. Taurus and Libra energy, the second house and the seventh house. The second house, Taurus energy, is all about your relationships with money, with other people. You know what I mean? Like people that you're working with, people that you're creating with. You know what I mean? The seventh house are your intimate relationships, not just your romantic ones, your family, your friends, your close colleagues. So this is definitely something that may be ringing for you right now. Yeah, the outcome, Two of Pentacles. You're definitely transitioning from you're transitioning from poverty consciousness to, abundant consciousness. That's freaking huge. And that's no easy feat. Trust me, I have been on this path for years. And I also do this work in terms of clearing the karma for my own ancestral line. And I'm going to give a vulnerable share here, because I'm on this path with you. I literally did my own severance of vows of poverty with the Black Moon. You can't teach, you can't guide, you can't channel things if you haven't gone through those experiences yourself. And I have been on this path, this journey for years and years. This is not something that just happens overnight. So if this is resonating for you, no matter what point you are on the journey, whether you're just getting going or you're neck deep into it, okay, there are lessons and guidance in here for you to motivate and inspire you, to bring in confirmation of what you already know, clarification and direction. You have free will to choose whether or not to take actionable steps to make this happen. Okay, my loves? And you've got the freaking power, baby. I love this because I really feel like there are key players showing up. Maybe there are key players that are coming into your life, or teachers that are coming in, because the Star card is a healer. The Star card, this is Aquarian energy. Maybe you have dominant Aquarius placements. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius in your life, or an Aquarius is coming in. This is that healer. This is somebody who's helping you to heal. Do you know what I mean? This could also signify a very big healing and an ability for you to actually manifest. This is typically referred to as the ultimate wish fulfillment coming true. Big, big, big manifestations coming true. Do you know what I mean? But the one thing about Aquarian energy as well is Aquarius knows how to zoom out and zoom in. Aquarius knows how to zoom out and see the bigger picture of things and realizes that the certain things that are happening right here on the surface, they're small blips. Do you know what I mean? It's really important that you understand how you speak. Again, I talked about that in the beginning. What you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're speaking, you're creating your reality through that energy. And I'm going to leave it at that. So it's really great to hold the line, hold the frequency, hold the energies of optimism and hope, not despair, not pessimism, not negativity, not complaining, judgment free of yourself and others. You're on a path. This is not a sprint, my loves. This is a marathon, and you're doing the damn thing. You are doing the damn thing. You're learning, my loves. The pages are learning. Okay? So stick with this. If you're working, some of you, this is a confirmation you're working with the healer. I am so freaking digging this, the Empress energy. This is the ultimate divine feminine. I said that. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, or someone's coming in. Okay? But she's confident. Okay? She's confident. She moves slowly. She doesn't chase, she attracts. And when I say that, I mean attraction, magnetism, her confidence. You know what I mean? Creativity, right? There is a lot of abundance and prosperity coming your way. Okay? And if it hasn't shown up in your reality yet, it doesn't mean that it's not being worked out in the external by the divine. But Great Spirit and your spirit team can only do so much. You have to do your part as well. And I can tell you from experience, waiting for it without taking actionable steps, it's not going to come. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and it's still not coming, you got to do something different. Okay? And you're going to do it. You're going to freaking do it. So the outcome, I'm really digging this. Again, this is about remaining flexible. You're learning how to remain flexible and not trying to hyper control outcomes and situations. You're learning to be in a state of magnetism and receiving. The feminine receives. Okay? This is always about choosing to be joyful regardless of what's happening on the external. Because again, when you're holding that frequency, that energy, and you're like, everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me, working out for me, working out for me. And you really, truly freaking believe it. It's the law. It's freaking spiritual law. It has to happen. But you got to believe it. You got to feel it. Right? If you haven't heard of Joe Dispenza, highly recommend looking into Joe Dispenza. So I like this. You are shifting. You are progressing, Taurus. Look at that. Ha! Bottom of the deck, overarching energy, 8 of Pentacles. This is about you mastering these skills, mastering these soul lessons. This is about things, really good things coming to you in your career, your professional life, new opportunities, because you're acquiring these skills. Do you know what I mean? So I really, really like that. And when you acquire this, save, actively save. Pay yourself first before you pay anybody else. Do you know what I mean? I love that. Yeah, it's like on the back end energy, this is what you don't see coming. Yeah, you're going to get really clear on things. This cycle is going to be coming to an end, the World card. Yeah, very, very, very good. I see really good things happening for you. I really, really do. Go with it. Just go with it. Flow with it. If you feel called to do or try something new, that's your insight. That's your intuition speaking. Go with it. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to dive a lot deeper into this over on Patreon and extended. I'm going to actually dive into the Star card and the Empress and find out if these are who these players are. What's coming in with them, because having those two together, that's friggin' huge. Okay. I'm also I'm getting chills in my thighs. My guys are like, yeah, it is really huge. I'm going to go into more about this 2 of Pentacles and what's coming in with that 2 of Pentacles. And this is also, managing your money well. You're learning how to manage your money well, right? It's like, say this: I am safe. I am safe to receive more. Okay, hold on. I am safe to receive, hold, grow, and circulate more money than I've ever allowed before. Overflow is my new normal. Money loves me and loves consistently flowing to me with ease. That is a great affirmation, positive affirmation. Why do we use positive affirmations, my loves? Because it helps us to rewire the brain, the neural pathways. You have brain cells and you have neural pathways that the brain cells travel in. I'm also a registered nurse and I've worked in mental health before. Okay. And so when you're creating these new brain cells by trying new experiences, right? There's all kinds of ways to produce new brain cells. Look it up. But the positive affirmations help you to rewire those neural pathways into thinking and feeling and believing the optimistic stuff, the positive stuff. Okay. So awesome. All right. I know I'm rambling. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get final messages for everybody. Okay. We'll get final motivating messages and guidance for the beautiful, beautiful Taurus collective. And then again, I'm going to dive a lot deeper into all of this over at the extended. I'm also going to dive a little bit deeper into this and see if, what's coming in with that. Just gonna say. We'll get angel messages and angel numbers for you, also with the journal prompt that helps you to really work through these things, you guys. Okay, so let's do it. Patreon link for YouTubers is always in the description box and pinned in the comments, and TikTokers, you'll find it up in the profile. Open up the link and hit on the Patreon. Here we go. All right, Spirit, give us some motivating and inspiring final messages for the beautiful, beautiful Taurus collective, please, and thank you. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I love it. World card, Judgment, Rebirth, 8 of Swords. Okay, this is kick-ass. Thank you so much, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. This is about learning to lighten up. Keep things light. Keep your energy light. I feel like it's been very, very heavy and dense. And you know what? I understand that, man. I totally understand that. The World card, things are shifting. Things are shifting in your favor. Even if you can't see it in your reality, they really are. A lot of you will be completing a really significant cycle with all of this through this eclipse season. Okay? Some advice with the eclipse season, my loves. I'm going to go into it a little bit deeper into over at Patreon, Bert for confirmation. It's like extreme self-care, extreme self-compassion. Don't judge yourself when you're doing this work. You know what I mean? It starts within you. You know what I mean? This is not easy, okay? You could also be dealing with a fixed sign. You're a fixed sign, Taurus. An Aquarius, a Leo, or a Scorpion. The Judgment card, 20, 0, any number ending in a 0 is a God-protected number. You're highly, highly protected and guided and supported in this. This is really, truly about you having a very big rebirth. See the 8 of Swords? That is limiting beliefs. That is money wounds. That is self-doubt. That is lack. You know what I mean? She thinks that she's stuck behind those swords, but she's not. She's not caged in. She can stand up and walk away anytime she wants. That is a self-imposed mental prison. And you have the power to free yourself. You really freaking do. So this is really, Spirit's asking you to really, really not pass judgment on yourself or others, to really work through this and free yourself, release yourself of that way of thinking, those belief systems. It's like, look at the 3 of Pentacles. It's like going from the 8 of Swords to the 3 of Pentacles. You've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. These are both cards talking about mastering skill sets, learning the lessons that you need to learn, learning what you need to do to bring your heart's desires to fruition, to attract that abundance. This is like, keep your thoughts and your feelings and emotions in a higher vibe. You know what I mean? You're doing the damn thing. You are on that path and you're doing the damn thing. So anyway, this is what I've got for you, Taurus. If this is where we leave it and you got enough from this, awesome. Let me know how this is showing up. Let me know if there's anything I can do to support. You know what I mean? I see you and I hear you. And I hear you and I feel you, If you're going to go over to Patreon with me, let's freaking skedaddle. Other than that, chef's kiss vibes. I love you guys. Till the next time.